Today I'm on Bolton Road, just on the edge of Bury Town Centre. In fact, just a couple of minutes to walk away from the centre of Bury, where you've got all the bars, the restaurants, the shopping facilities, and of course the Metrolink straight into Manchester. Now this road connects Bury Town Centre with Bolton Town Centre, so it's a popular cut through. And behind me is number 240, and it's a significantly extended, substantial 4-bed end-of-terrace property. Now over the years I've been in many of the houses along this road, but none quite as big as the one that we're going to show you today. As I mentioned, it's got 4 bedrooms, but it's also got 3 huge reception rooms downstairs, as well as an additional utility room and a garage on the rear, which I'm also told could act or be converted into additional living space. As you'd expect from a period property of this style, it's got those wonderful tall ceilings, large windows, and it also retains many of the original features and characteristics. So, if you're a large family looking for a substantial home right on the edge of Bury Town Centre, this is definitely one to take a look at. But there's a lot more to this one than first meets the eye, and I think if you're an investor, or certainly a buy-to-let landlord, you definitely want to check this one out, because such is the high demand for rental properties in this area, it is becoming increasingly popular to snap up these homes with a view to renting them out. But I'm not talking about any old rental property, because I think that this one has got the potential to be converted into a HMO. Of course, that's all subject to planning and building regs, etc. But we actually sold the property just over the road, which is of a similar style. In fact, it's not quite as big as the one we're going to be showing you today, but the builders or the owners of that property did convert it into a HMO and are having fantastic success as it stands. So let's waste no more time, go and check it out, have a look inside, and I think you'll have a better idea of exactly what I'm talking about. Now the front door is actually positioned on the gable on the side, so we step in from there into the central hallway, and straight away you see how big the property actually is. As I mentioned, it still retains many of those original features. You've got those wonderful tall ceilings, original architrave and coving, and you've also got those tall skirting boards. And the hallway is a bit of an L shape, and from here it does give access to all of the ground floor rooms. The first room that we come into on the left-hand side as we step in is the first of 3 really good-sized reception rooms. Now this one's positioned to the front. Again, check out those tall ceilings, and that's a theme throughout in all of the rooms. And at the end of this part of the corridor is reception room number 2, or it's certainly what I'm calling number 2, but it probably is the biggest of all 3 rooms. It's got that lovely large bay window to the front, so it lets in so much natural light. You've got the picture rail, the ceiling coving, and this room's really beautifully decorated. And the third reception room is this one here. This one's positioned to the rear, so you've got those French doors leading out to the garden. There's actually 2 doors or 2 entrances into this room from the central hallway. So I imagine a little bit of manoeuvring or playing around with the layout would make this one work a little bit better. Now there's also a large storage cupboard just beneath the stairs there, which is going to be handy. And then through here, this takes us on into the kitchen. Now as it stands, again, we're positioned to the rear. This would work perfectly for a large family. But also if you were looking to come in and convert it into a HMO, you do always need that communal space. It's always good to have those extra rooms. At the back of the kitchen, just through there, that's where we'll find the additional large utility space, which also gives access to the rear yard. Continuing the theme from downstairs, we step up onto this huge landing area, which gives access to all 4 bedrooms and a main family bathroom. Now, towards the front of the property, we've got the first 2 double rooms. So these are overlooking that front garden there onto the main road. Really good sized doubles, those 2. And then sort of in the middle of the landing is where we would find the master bedroom. Now this one's a fantastic sized room, as you can see, but it's also got a modern ensuite shower room. And then down a few steps, back up another one to the back side of the landing. This is where we find the main family bathroom, which is kitted out in the same style as that ensuite. And then the 4th bedroom, which is a decent sized single, again this time positioned to the rear. And then finally, this is the rear garden. Now it's a decent sized space, and you've got access from a couple of points in the house. That 3rd reception room with the French doors, and also from the utility room. But it's the potential I want to talk about here, or what I want to focus on rather, because as I mentioned, you have got that large utility room, but you've also got that huge garage positioned on the rear. And remember, looking down the gable end at the front, you get an idea of just how big that space is. So it could be useful to keep it as it is, as additional storage, but you have got that potential to knock it all through into one to create that additional living space.